Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the third grade concept of the relationship between multiplication and division. This is standard 3.4J in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 27 of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So, Miss Morales made 28 fluid ounces of sugar water. And we've got a little bit of a ratio here. 7 fluid ounces of sugar water into each feeder. Puts all the sugar water she made into feeders. Okay, so which equation would we use to find the total number of feeders she can fill? Well, let's draw a representation here. We have a total right up here. So when we're looking at our strip diagram, if we have our total, we can always put that up as our top number, right? So we're going to do something with this total. So she put 7 fluid ounces of sugar water into each feeder. So how we would represent that is we would put a 7 right there, and then we're going to draw an arrow over to the other end here, and then put a question mark, because we don't know how many 7s I can get out of there. If this were a part whole and they told us how many feeders there are, then we would put that many feeders there to represent that relationship. But we don't know how many feeders there are, right? That's the question. What is the total number of feeders that Miss Morales can use? Well, let's just do this. I'm just going to draw some 7s, okay? So that's my feeder right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw that, and I'm going to put my feeder right here, and I'm gonna put my total right there. So if I have one feeder, then that's going to be 7 ounces. If that makes sense. If I have 2 feeders, how much do I have now? Well, I've got 2 7s. So 7 and 7 make 14, right? I'm skip counting by 7s. If I get a third feeder, how much do I have? Well, 7, 14, skip counting by 7s, 21. If I have a fourth feeder, what do I have? 7, 14, 21, 28. I'm stopping right there because that's the total. So how many feeders do I have? I've got 4 feeders. And some of you might have been able to instantly think of that because when you're thinking of, a little fact family, right? You might be thinking of a little triangle like this, right? And you're thinking, okay, so what's that missing number, right? 7 times 4 make 28, right? So you might be thinking, okay, 7 times 4 equals 28. 4 times 7 equals 28. And then hopefully you're thinking, all right, so what could we have done here? We could have done 28 divided by 7. That would have gotten us our 4 groups, right? So if we would have done this, we would have known that we could have had 4 feeders if we recognize it as a fact family. Just to finish it out, we could have done 28 divided by 4. That equals 7. But really, it's this right here. This is the fact that we are looking at. That's what this represents. Now, let's see if we can find our answer here, okay? Because all of these are going to involve 28 and a 4 or 28 and a 7, but only one of them is really going to make sense, okay? Remember, we're looking for the total number of feeders. Well, 28 minus 7. Well, this is equal groups. When we're doing equal groups, right? Equal groups, that's going to be multiplication or division, so we don't need subtraction. So there's the 7 times 4 equals 28. That works in that fact family, so that looks good. 28 plus 4, okay, we're not going to get 32 feeders, and it's not addition subtraction. This is multiplication, but now we got 7 times 28. Wow, 196 feeders? Don't think so. Our answer here is B.